Thank you, everybody who's tuned in so far. We're going to be talking some ball tonight, basketball, football, and see what's going on in the transfer portal so far. I mean, obviously the portal isn't open yet, but people have declared that they will be leaving Tennessee and whatnot, leaving for the NFL, whatever. We have a few departures to talk about, but thanks to those who are tuning in. Jim, what did you think about that huge win last night over Louisville?
Again, it's like the tale of two teams for this team. You have the team that beats Houston, who beats a top 11 team in the country by 20. It does help Jacoby Gillespie finally, I don't know if he's finding his rhythm or what. Excellent game from him. I mean, off the bench carries an animal. I mean, I don't care what these Vandy fans are talking about. The absolute stud.
I agree. He's been. I tweeted during the game in our losing streak, which was terrible. As terrible as it was, he was the best player during that time, I don't think it was close. He's been the most consistent since the team went to Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw some people saying, "Why is Dwayne Brown starting over Carey?" I mean, we tried starting Carey early in the year, if you remember, for the first, I think it was the exhibition game and maybe the first two, preseason games basically against the smaller schools, and he wasn't that effective. But off the bench, I mean, he's been a revelation. I mean, he almost single-handedly won that Syracuse game, and then since then he's been just doing the same stuff. I mean, he's been awesome, and like you said, Gillespie finally getting his shot back in the second half last night. Ament having his best game in a while, probably since the Rutgers game. A lot of good things happened, but the thing I was most happy with was they led for probably 38 minutes of that game. Mm-hmm. I think the only time we were down was like 7-5 in the first 4 minutes, so they dominated from the start, and it was much needed.
Well, I don't know if you saw what Rick Barnes did at the practice before the game with the balloons or whatever. We're talking about, I think it was 14 turnovers or whatever. And hey, only 10 turnovers. That's good. I wish we could clean up the free throws a little bit. 64% to me is just not it.
Yeah.
But overall, good team effort. I mean, you didn't sweat that game at all for a Vols fan. I mean, and that's how it should be with this team. Honestly, the team looks so much better with Estrella on the court. I mean, I know he didn't have like this phenomenal game. He only played 8 minutes. But every time he's on the court, it's like a different team.
Yeah, that was a little weird, him only getting 9 minutes. I mean, I don't know if anybody asked Rick about it, but I would hope he gets more than 9 minutes moving forward here.
Well, I think it's still injury related. He's probably really keeping it safe. And the game wasn't at hand, so it was kind of a thing. Akpara, really good game. Big block, huge alley-oops at the end of the game. Kid's crazy athletic. But and it's who it was nice to see Ethan Berg hit a shot. Like maybe that gets him going. Again, only played 12 minutes, but it is what it is. I mean, Rick does what he does when with this basketball team, with whoever's hitting, whoever's playing well is going to be playing. He figures it out pretty quick.
Berg, I mean, he oh god, he kills me when he's trying to run the point. I mean, it just, I don't mean to be rude to the young man, but I mean, it just pains me to watch him try to dribble and operate the offense. Gillespie is so much better at it. I mean, and I heard that, I think I was listening to, I forget which radio show I was listening to, either last night or today, talking about the game, but they said Rick and Berg had like a 40-minute phone call conversation, and Rick was telling him what he needs to do to, see the floor more. If I was Rick, I would tell him, you need to shoot, because that's your best asset. I mean, I think his shot looks terrible, but obviously he has some kind of street cred if he was playing professionally and was worthy to be recruited to Tennessee. I mean, if you're to me, if he's not shooting I don't really want him on the floor. I mean, he plays fine defense, I guess, but the main thing to me is him operating that offense. Just sometimes it makes my eyes bleed. I mean, at the end of that first half, we were very, very stagnant. And he, to his credit, finally made a move to the basket and scored a much-needed bucket near the end there after Louisville got to within 5. But like you said, I'm glad he hit a 3 because he needs to start shooting more threes. He only shot 2. It seems like he needs to be shooting more than 2 threes.
This team doesn't shoot a lot of threes. I mean,
yeah. I mean, our strength is inside, especially against teams like Louisville.
Yeah, when you got Akpara, Dwayne Brown, Jalen Carey, and Estrella, I mean, that's a solid 4 guys that could handle the paint. But yeah, the team effort it felt different compared to the games like at Syracuse. It just felt like that whole week break that they had really benefited this team. And again, yes, the losses are not fun to watch, but I truly believe this team is going to learn from these losses early in the season and benefit in the long run when it comes to it. So
yeah, 100%. I mean, that's if you're going to lose, you better hope that you learn something from them. And I think, beating a team like Louisville, who was without probably their best player, I think we talked about it before we officially started, but I mean, I don't know how much of a difference that he would have made. I mean, in a 21-point victory. Another guy I wanted to mention, Amari Evans showed me something in the second half last night. I mean, he did foul out. He had 5 fouls in 7 minutes, which is hilarious, but he was 3 for 3 from the floor. I mean,
he's going to be good.
Yeah. I mean, I was pleased with what he was bringing. And who else did I wanted to shout out? I want to dive into Nate Amin a little bit. If he can, put in 2 to 3 threes a game and do what he does around the basket and in the mid-range, I mean, he's going to be just fine. I don't think he's been as bad as some fans have been saying he is. I mean, he's been rough at times, but I think he's learning things. I mean, I think he's going to be just fine once we get to conference play. And luckily we got, 2 more games before conference play? Yeah.
Yeah, let me look. Yep. Two easy games, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and the last 2 opportunities before it really gets real here. And the first our start of conference play is crazy. I mean, we got to go to Arkansas in game 1.
To Florida.
Yeah, and in between that is at home against Texas.
And Texas A&M.
A&M at
home.
The
Texas teams.
Home. Yeah. Alabama on the road, Georgia on the road, who is ranked now.
Auburn.
I mean, the first half of conference play is we're going to be doing good to be 5-4 or 6-3 during that stretch. What I think it's fair to talk about now. What do you think would be a good record in conference play this year, just based on what you've seen so far?
How many conference games is there again?
18.
I'd be happy with 12-6, 12-5, something, or 13-5, something like that. But I mean, Arkansas is really good this year. Florida's hit or miss, it looks like. There's not really a lot of teams that I feel like all the teams in the SEC this year are so evenly matched. Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously you have the bottom tier teams, but I'm talking about talent-wise, the top tier team. I think, to me personally, it's Arkansas, us, Vanderbilt, Florida. And I know Vanderbilt hasn't played anybody, but I mean, they're undefeated.
They're playing Memphis right now. I want to take a peek at that, but Alabama's Alabama's always good. Auburn, they're treading water right now with the Stephen Pearl era just now getting underway. But yeah, I think the top, let's say, 6 to 8 teams in the SEC, there's not much difference, it seems like right now, but I'm sure that'll, work itself out as we move along. Vanderbilt's winning by 10 right now, 9 early in the second half.
Memphis is trash. So
Memphis is terrible. But yeah.
But Vandy fans will say, "Oh, Q1, it's a Q1 win or whatever."
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think they're Q1. They're probably Q2, but still.
I would. If you're talking about Memphis,
yeah,
I would say Memphis is probably quad 3 right now. But anyway, any more thoughts on basketball before we hop into football for the rest of the evening?
I don't think so. Just don't think this team is. I think this team's really good. They just have to find their footing, and if they find their footing, Tennessee will roll, and it'll be a fun season. They'll get to the tournament. God forbid any more injuries because we cannot have that. So,
yeah, I think these last 2 games before conference play. I mean, this is your last opportunity really to figure some things out before the games really matter. I mean, and they need to figure out as much as possible. So, but since we last spoke, Jim, last week we were talking who was going to be our defensive coordinator. We now have our answer. It is Jim Knowles at Penn State this year, which was a train wreck. I don't know how much that I blame on him. Previous to that, he was at Ohio State, Oklahoma State, Duke. He's one of the most respected defensive coordinators in the country. Your thoughts?
I said it when it first happened. I believe it is a home run hire. I liked Walters a lot with the young personality on the field type guy, but Jim Knowles is proven. Reading here, over the last 4 seasons, Ohio State and Oklahoma State, defenses coordinated by Knowles ranked first nationally in total defense, second in scoring defense, and third down efficiency. I mean, numbers like that with the career he's had, he's a national champion. I mean, hype will swing for the fences. And he said it when they originally hired him, saying that it was Knowles the whole time. And which is, I love to hear that actually. I love how it's not like, oh, Walter said no, let's go on, we'll get Knowles. It was, no, we're getting Jim Knowles to come coach this defense.
Yeah. Like you said, I am thrilled with the hiring of Jim Knowles. I mean, I don't know how much better Tennessee could have done. I mean, Walters, as much as we talked about him last week, we both liked him and what he had accomplished so far, but this guy's proven. I mean, he's been doing it for 20, 30 years. And, to get the most recent national championship winning defensive coordinator to Knoxville, I mean, you couldn't ask for a much better upgrade over Tim Banks, who is now at Auburn with Alex Golesh, who by the way, I was talking to Bryce about this last week, Jim. He gets hired as the safeties coach at Auburn. I think he's a worse safeties coach than he is a defensive coordinator. And I don't think that's crazy to say.
But who's Golesh reminding you of? He is Heupel to a T. He's hiring his buddies that he's coached with in the past.
Yeah.
And, Auburn got a really good coach. Alex Golesh is going to be a great coach. I mean, it's going to be fun watching their offense, except against us. But, yeah, Tim Banks, man, I don't know what Alex Golesh is thinking, because I think Alex Golesh could have gotten anybody else. I think he felt bad. I don't know, friend, buddy. But I don't care. Every Auburn fan needs to realize that Tim Banks is going to be a cancer when it comes to your safeties. It's just –
I mean, do you agree that he's a worse safeties coach than he is a defensive coordinator?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's a shitty defensive coordinator. Just think about it. And that's saying a whole lot about your defense.
I mean, but as bad as he was this past year, I think the safety situation the last 5 years makes me think he is worse at just being a safeties coach. But maybe with more time, he'll be all right down there. I don't wish him any ill will or anything, but no. I'm glad that the guy.
Except when they play us, Ryan. Except when they play us.
Oh yeah, I hope we shred their safeties. Heupel will know where to attack Auburn next year in Neyland Stadium, down the middle. So,
yeah.
But yeah, that's about it for that. But the only bad things that I've heard about and read about Jim Knowles is that
I don't believe it.
I'm just reporting.
I already knew what you were going to say.
What I've read and heard. The only bad things I've heard is that his defense takes a while to. It takes a while to implement. I mean, if I'm Heupel, I'm telling him dumb it down a little bit, maybe. I mean, I don't know.
No,
because just based on history, it takes 2 to 3 years.
Here's my thing: is Jim Knowles has. This is why he went and got him, and I'm reading I'm reading actually a quote from Jim Knowles when he sat down for an interview right now, which I'll bring up after. But I think getting him right now is a perfect time. He's getting his read on the guys he's going to want to play. To me, Josh Heupel needs to tell him, and I'm sure this is how it's going to be. But Jim Knowles has the defense. Like it is completely 100% going to be untouched unless it's coming from Jim Knowles. And that's kind of how, what to me is great, because Josh Heupel could focus on the offense a little bit and let Jim Knowles do his thing and teach Halsley a little bit to where maybe we could get some clock management. Maybe Heupel doesn't have to worry about the defense no more. He could he could really focus on clock management, calling timeouts, not going into halftime with 3 timeouts. I mean,
yeah. I mean, I think you're right. I was just saying that's the only bad thing I've heard.
I've heard that too.
And that's came from a lot of people, but and just the stats. But
that could be why Penn State didn't do well this year.
Yeah. And that's my main concern is that, for better or worse, I think next year is a make or break year for Josh Heupel. I mean, he's going to have to show something. And that's why if I was Heupel, I would tell him, maybe start simple and then add things onto it as they progress through the season next year. I don't know. I'm just saying that might be in Heupel's best interest to tell him to approach it like that. But Brent Hubbs had a good article. I think it was Sunday about Jim Knowles. He was talking to David Cutcliffe about him, who's former Tennessee offensive coordinator. And the main thing that stuck out to me about that article was Cutcliffe said that the best thing about Jim Knowles is that he adjusts well. And I think that's part of what's been missing.
Yes.
Huge. That gives me a lot of hope. And the other good thing is that just watching his teams throughout the years, the defenses that he's been leading they're always aggressive. I mean, he walks safeties down. He plays a lot of man-to-man, which it'll burn you sometimes, but I think that's what everybody wants. I think they want an aggressive defense.
Yeah.
So,
and going back to the quote I was talking about, this has to give you the full aspect of Jim Knowles and why the people that have played for him love playing for him. And it says, the last thing I tell the guys before they leave the locker room for the game is all of your mistakes are on me today. When you get to the game, when you get the game time, those guys have to be just able to play free. They can't be worried about looking over their shoulder. That, to me, is someone I would want to play for. He wants you to go out there and play hard and not worry about the little things.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of along the lines of something Doug Matthews says sometimes. He's for those who live in Middle Tennessee, he's host of Big Orange Sunday on 104.5 The Zone. He talks about the game the night before, the day before, during football season. I mean, he said that because he was a defensive coordinator at Tennessee too, and back in the 80s. If he wasn't the coordinator, he was a position coach on the defense. I'm not entirely sure. I wasn't alive then, but he always said, I've heard him say it a lot, that the time for coaching is not during the game. That's for film study. During the game, it's about lifting them back up because they got to get back on the field. They can't have a million things running through their mind. So that reminds me a lot of that. So I think that's a good sign. But
yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
Any more thoughts on Jim Knowles?
No, I think Tennessee got the best one for the job.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to believe the whole it takes forever to learn this guy's defense. I think with the players we got, and what we'll talk about right after this is what Tennessee's going to get in the portal. And to me, it should be a complete overhaul. I mean, other than quarterback, because we have no idea what that situation, which we'll talk about, because I really want to talk about that situation. But let Jim Knowles go get his guys. Let him go get whoever he wants. Yeah, I mean, you're not going to win a championship with even a team scoring 38 a game. Like you got to have a defense. You got to have a defense. Like, and again, we haven't had Tennessee have a complementary offense defense in Josh Heupel era. I mean, it was always a good offense, bad defense, bad offense, good defense. It's just hopefully we can fix that problem.
100%. I know his first day was yesterday or Monday, so I'm sure he is taking account of things. He's going over the roster, watching film, doing whatever he has to do. I'm not even going to speculate about any position coach changes there until after the season, because what are you going to do? Fire a position coach during ball practice? I mean, who's going to coach the ball game then? We know Inge is going to be the DC for that game, so we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But transfer portal talk, man, it's for a team that's not in the playoffs. I guess it's exciting and scary, like you just said. We'll start with the confirmed departures so far, because there's no additions yet. Portal's not open. Brendan Haynes leaving the program. He was a freshman linebacker, had 3 tackles this year. I think he has seen the writing on the wall. Same deal with Jamal Wallace, redshirt junior. For those who remember, we interviewed him back in the day, just never materialized for him on Rocky Top. Kellen Lidstrom, redshirt freshman, I think. Edge rusher, he got buried on the depth chart. Marcus Gore Jr., defensive back from Chattanooga, same deal probably. And most recently, Jake Merklinger. We all saw that coming.
Mm-hmm.
And those are your transfers. Then we also had the draft declarations. They're opting out of the bowl game, whatever you want to call it. Jermod McCoy, pretty much everyone saw that coming. Chris Brazzell, same deal. Arian Carter was a little bit of a surprise, but I think he'll be a 3rd, 4th rounder and have a good career. So what do you think about all those names, Jim?
I'm happy for Arian Carter. I mean, if he didn't get injured this year, he could have had some crazy numbers. And he still had crazy numbers for a guy who was playing with 2 turf toes. So Brazzell, we knew was leaving. And why am I blanking? You just said it.
Jermod.
Yeah, Jermod. I mean, we knew that was a gimme. Now, the ones I'm worried about, it's not even that I'm worried about them, because they're kind of on the same page there where I expect them to leave. And that's obviously who we're talking about is Colton Hood. Colton Hood is, to me, I put a post out about him being 50-50 on the wall. I still think he's 50-50, because the way I look at it is just because Colton Hood's a 1st-round talent. I just think he might sneak up the draft to where he gets in the 2nd round. But if he hangs tight and plays one more year, he's a 1st-rounder. Like, probably a top 20 pick, in my opinion. But that's my biggest name that I'm like kind of on the fence about. I don't know what you think about Colton Hood's situation, but that'd be a big name to keep, man. That'd be a big, big name to keep.
I think he is heading out of town here soon. I think, like you said, he has a good grade. He will have a good grade. And he doesn't – I mean, to me, if I'm just saying this, just disregarding that I'm a Tennessee fan, just as a football player, if I had a 1st-round grade and I was a junior, I'm leaving, because I'm not risking injury. I'm getting my payday. I'm getting my generational wealth. So The two names that or the one name we've already talked about, Hood. I would be very sad if Hurd decided to declare. I think Austin Price put that at a 50-50 proposition right now. I think one more year and he would be a first top 10-ish type guy because he has the athleticism and a whole another year of film, good film like he put out this year, I think would benefit him a lot. But again, if he gets a good grade, I mean, you can't really blame the kid.
Well, I'm looking at Mel Kiper's. He is not a top 10 offensive tackle right now. Mm-hmm. So to me, he could be a top 10 offensive tackle next year, like you just said. So, but as looking at Hood is number 6 as in the cornerback category for draft grade. So again, that makes a little bit of difference. So yeah, to me, he's probably like 75-25 to me with going to the NFL. But to me, he would have said he's not playing in the bowl game.
Well, I mean, there's still time. I mean,
yeah, and it could happen. I mean, we're recording this on Wednesday, so it could happen, in the coming days. So, but those are the two main ones. I mean, other than that, I mean, you're not, to me, I mean, talking about the draft, that's the only two that you're really worried about.
I guess you could talk about Ricky Gibson, but I think that would be a big mistake.
Yeah, no, I think Ricky's coming back. And again, that's two great corners that you have coming back.
Yeah, I mean, and I was going to mention this at some point, but Redmond, Edwin Spillman, Jesse Perry, and David Sanders were freshmen. And no, it wasn't. No. Spillman, Redmond, Perry, and Staley were freshmen all American. On it was either the Athletic or on 3. Either way, I mean, that's a good thing about having a team with a lot of freshmen. You don't have to worry too much about the draft. You're going to lose a handful of guys. I mean, I love the roster for next year if we can retain a lot of these guys. We were talking about that earlier. Who gets the raises? Who decides to leave because they didn't get a raise? I'm sure we'll have one or two of those cases, and it'll be painful. But the staff needs to be looking at that already if they're not, and I'm sure they are. I mean, surely to God. All those All-Americans, freshman All-Americans need a raise if they want it. And I mentioned it the other day on Twitter. I mean, there was a lot of freshmen who didn't get those honors that saw significant playing time. That'll be big pieces next year. But let's move into some the big question of the offseason. Quarterback. I'll let you lead on this, Jim. Who's if you were Josh Heupel, who is your guy to go after?
I mean, to me, you have multiple options, but how long do you let the
I know what you're about to say. You don't at all. You forget about it. That's my opinion.
Okay, all right. Before we talk about who we would go get, would you, if Joey did get granted another year, would you want him back?
It depends on who we got.
You're not going to get someone if Joey comes back.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You can't wait around for Joey, and then all the good quarterbacks have homes. That's why I would just forget about it. I think it's very unlikely he gets that extra year anyway. So if you're asking me right now, I'm moving on from Joey. I mean, you just can't wait, because you'll end up with somebody, from a low G5 school or whatnot, and then they'll be coming in competing for a job between a redshirt freshman and a true freshman. I don't think that's where Heupel wants to be.
Okay. No, I mean, I agree. Here's my top guys, though, if you forget about Joey. Now, this guy, first one, in my opinion, would be a big get for Tennessee. I know we talked about it off air with Brandon Sorsby. I think he's going to Texas Tech. I'm not saying he's coming to Tennessee. I know people say, he has Knoxville ties, but I mean, when your girl goes to a college, you're probably following the girl.
Yeah.
So, and the money. I mean, he's going to get money. So,
yeah, if he ends up at Tennessee, it will be because he loves Tennessee.
Yeah, so. In my opinion, and people are going to get kind of like, I don't know if they get mad at this comment. If it were me, the type of kid that would benefit in this offense, but again, you kind of want a rental because you got the two young guys in the quarterback room that you want to keep happy. But Dylan Raiola, bro, pocket passer, he could run a little bit.
If you can get over the Patrick Mahomes cosplaying, I think he's fine. And I think Heupel could do wonders with him because he is supremely talented. I mean, he was a 5-star.
Yeah, but, and again, there's multiple guys on the list that I wouldn't mind, Tennessee playing around with. I mean, you got Lagway, insane talent, and Heupel has. I mean, he's brought Joe Milton, Hendon Hooker. He's got, all these guys, Joey Aguilar, after 3 months of having Joey Aguilar. And, but yeah, to me, Lagway, Raiola, Minchie, and I like Colton Joseph too from ODU. So,
yeah. I mean, was he the one getting his helmet knocked off a billion times tonight? No, I guess not.
But he's like everyone's calling him the reincarnation of Johnny Manziel. So
I guess it wouldn't have been him if he's if he's in the transfer portal. It was kind of a
he is in the transfer portal. And another one, Caden Hauser, ECU wouldn't be a bad one. He could throw.
What about the guy from North Texas, Drew Mestermaker?
I mean, I think he's already locked up with a team from what I've been reading about it. But I know he's not officially in the transfer portal, and at least from what I'm seeing. But I see everyone saying how he's Oklahoma State locked up. Yeah, it's like, but if Tennessee goes after you, you're going to go to the SEC. I mean,
do you want to go to Oklahoma State and it was his head coach this year, Eric Morris. He went to Oklahoma State, but you want to go there. You want to lead the SEC in passing. I mean, it is what it is. I want to talk about DJ Lagway for a second. I know our defense killed him. Tim Banks beat him twice. He's a bust. All this stuff that I've seen. If it got down to it, I would be willing to take DJ Lagway. I mean, he's not my first choice. I don't even know if he's my second, third, fourth, or fifth choice, but I would not hate if he came here. I mean, he has the talent. I mean, he's more talented than Joey Aguilar. He just
on paper.
He just had terrible coaching and a losing culture and not enough pieces around him. I mean, I think Heupel could do wonders with him too. But do you think Sam Levitt's a dream? Do you think has any possibility of happening?
A lot of people are talking, and again, you don't really know. I mean, behind the scenes, to me, I'd love for him to come here too. I mean, I think he'd be a good option. I like the way he plays. He's got a good, a good mental when he plays football. And again, he was hurt this year, right? So
for parts of the season, yeah.
I mean, okay, so I mean, he threw for 319 against Texas Tech. So, I mean, I'd take that. His first 4 games weren't good, but his last 3 games he played were pretty good, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, that's the part. I mean, he's at Arizona State.
Right.
I think Tennessee will have one of the best offensive lines in the SEC next year. I think they'll have one of the best receiving corps, assuming all the pieces stay.
Running backs, tight ends.
Running backs, I don't know if I'd say it's one of the best, but it's solid.
Sean Bishop coming back is going to be huge. I mean,
I know. I mean, but behind him, you really don't know what you got, especially if Lewis does enter the portal there. So, but I mean, you have to look at things like that when you're looking at the transfer portal. Like, how good would they be in your system with the pieces you're going to put around him, with the coaching you're going to give him? And I think some people forget that sometimes. They just see DJ Lagway score 11 points against us and assume he's terrible. they see him, throw an interception to Arian Carter last year in Eland to turn the game in our favor late in the third quarter and assume he's terrible. You got to look at it with a little more nuance sometimes. I'm not even saying he's great. And like I said, he's not even my first choice, but I think it's silly to say he's just some bust that Heupel couldn't do something with. If he could take a guy who wanted to be a fireman who is playing at a community college in App State, he can do it with DJ Lagway. I promise.
Oh, I agree. And people saying no, hell no, you're crazy. But now looking at it, dude, honestly, Peyton Lewis might not leave. I mean, if you're looking at it, the trio would be.
I mean, if he stays, he's going to be RB2 at
yes,
assumedly.
Yeah. Again, he was hurt. He was hurt this year too, so it was, kind of crazy. But yeah, talk about quarterback. That's the biggest thing. I'm on the same wavelength as you. Even with the bowl game, I don't understand Joey playing. I know you want to win the bowl game.
Yeah,
I don't understand him playing.
Yeah, if I'm Heupel, I give him his,
a quarter,
maybe even a drive if we score for his send off, because there'll be a lot of Tennessee fans there, and then let GMAC play the rest of the game. I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't. I mean, Joey's not going to be here. We did this with Nico 2 years ago. I just think that's the smartest thing to do. If you want to give Joey his flowers, his send-off, whatever, make it a quarter or a drive like we're talking about. But it would be kind of befuddling to me to just play Joey the whole game.
Well, again, that goes – I know Deshaun Bishop's coming back, so him. But number 2 to me, let Peyton Lewis heal. Let Dwayne Morris get a lot of touches, man. Let the young kids play. Van Dorslier, Brame, I'd keep – honestly, I know you want to win. Obviously, you're going to play Staley and Matthews, but if they're healthy, let Radar play. Let Travis Smith Jr. play. And I assume that's what we're going to get.
I mean, somebody has to slot in where Brazel was. I assume it'll be Radarius Jackson, just based on him getting a little bit more snaps than Travis Smith Jr. this year.
Mm-hmm.
I think Volquist had an article on Radarius Jackson today talking about his opportunity in the bowl game. I mean, and I was touching on this last week. This is why even in a season that's disappointing, I mean, for the love of God, we lost to Vanderbilt by 24 points or 21 points. You don't have to view the bowl game as just irrelevant. I mean, we're going to see a lot of things that are going to come to fruition next year on this roster. I mean, the talent that we'll see will be important in the future, and that's what I'm looking forward to. I mean, if you want to look at it glass half empty, it's up to you. I'm not telling you have to tune in and watch, but I just choose to be a little bit more positive. If you don't have anything else on the portal, I wanted to just look at the schedule that was released for next year and go over it with you, Jim.
Yeah, one last thing about the portal, and we talked about it already pretty much, but it's kind of like the defensive coordinator spot. If you wait, those guys are going to be gone. To me, If you want to go get a guy, go get the guy. Don't dilly-dally around right after. Once that portal hits, and I'm sure, and it's not just Tennessee, it's everyone right now, is they are already talking to their agents. Teams are already in the ears of the guys they want and seeing what, kind of money they are looking for. Because Lagway, Sorsby, Raiola, even Minchie are going to get good money to come be a quarterback somewhere. So Tennessee needs to go get who they want. And again, I like how you said it. Do not wait on Joey's thing. You cannot do that. And again, I think they know that. And I think it's behind the scenes stuff that no one knows about right now. So let the bowl game happen. Let the portal open. We'll see what Tennessee does. Because I think Tennessee is going to get a lot of defensive guys and a damn good quarterback. So –
yeah. If we aren't tampering, because that's what you're referring to, just if we aren't doing that, Heupel should be fired. And and Jake Bresky, our director of player personnel, he should be fired too. If he's not on the phone with quarterbacks every day, they should both be fired.
Especially the top 5.
Everybody else is doing it. And by the way, for the people who say we need a GM, director of player personnel is the same thing. Just so you know.
Just different name.
Next year, though, We were looking at this when we saw our opponents, Jim, whenever it came out earlier in the year. And we thought it looked a little bit tough. But the way it breaks down, I really like the way that it broke down for us.
Do you?
I do.
Are we going to do like a schedule prediction early? Like we could do one now and then one later as we find out about the team. I mean, I'm kind of interested on it. And again, the schedule to me is no joke. I think it's a pretty solid schedule. I mean,
yeah. What I was talking about is you are away from Knoxville once in your first 5 games. I like that. And you're away 3 hours away in Atlanta. So,
which will be a good game. That's gonna be no Haynes King. They don't have a Haynes King.
Yeah, and they lost their offense coordinator to Florida. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to do a schedule prediction just because we have no idea yet. Maybe that's a spring practice thing, if that's okay with you. But what's the game you're most excited for?
I'm excited about the Texas game. I think that's going to be really fun. Alabama, obviously, and LSU, of course.
LSU.
I'll be in College Station for the A&M game. So that'll be fun.
That'll be the first time we have been down there since 2016, since I was your senior in high school. That's the best thing about this 9-game schedule, by the way, is you don't have to wait 10 damn years to get an opportunity to go to some of the, fun stadiums to go to. But for me, it's the LSU game. I mean, I'm sure by the time we get to the second to last game, the circus in Lane Kiffin's first year at LSU will have been going on for a while. I mean, God only knows what they look like. But if they're good and we're good, that can be just a marquee top 10-ish matchup that has huge playoff implications. And in the early season, that's Texas. I mean, I think those 2 games are the ones you circle. And obviously, like you said, the Alabama game, we always circle that one. But we are playing, let's just tally it up here. 1, 2, 3, 4 first-year coaches next year, and we get 3 of them at home.
I like that. Again, the first 6 games right here, I'd be not very confident, but I'm loving the way it's looking for Tennessee. I mean, Arkansas, first-year coach. Again, depending on who Tennessee gets for quarterback, that to me, with the returning offense like we have and Jim Knowles at DC, I really like the 6 games. If you could go 5-1 in that slate, to me, it'd be phenomenal going into Alabama coming to town.
Yeah.
So again, South Carolina's going to not be a slouch. I mean, they'll have Lenore Sellers back probably. Not saying that's a scary thing, but I mean, kid's a good quarterback. So, but yeah, I mean, to me, the whole schedule I'm looking at is LSU, A&M, Auburn, and Texas. If you could go 2-2, 3-1, you're in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I mean, and we didn't slip up anywhere we shouldn't have last year besides the games at home, which nobody expected. What I should say was that we didn't slip up on the road to a terrible team like we have in the past. So that's good. But I'm excited for next year. Sorry, what was that, Jim?
Vandy's losing.
Yeah, that'll likely be Jared Curtis. I don't assume they'll bring in anybody better.
No, I'm talking about the basketball team.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, it is 51-50 right now.
Wow. Well, let's start to wrap this up then. I want to see that hilarity if that happens.
Yeah, that's me. I'm doing.
But yeah, I mean, I think, like I said to start the schedule talk for next year, I don't think it's as daunting as it looked 2.5 months ago when we got our opponents. A lot of things have happened since then. We thought LSU was going to be in the playoff this year, and they're not. Granted, they have Lane Kiffin, but that's just one of the many things that change in college football, and God knows how many things will change between now and when we play these games. But last thing tonight, our pinned tweet, the 1796 Sports, we have merch now. If you're a Sunshine Pumper, we have a Sunshine Pumper shirt. If you suffer from BVS, we have a BVS Survivor shirt. And we have a few other options. I Hate Alabama. That's a good one. We have the classic for those who've been with us from the beginning, the state outline. So check it out if you want some merch. Jim, you got anything else?
Nope. It's going to be a fun little off-season. Baseball is just around the corner. Yeah, it's a fun time to be involved. Football will be just fine next year. Just trust.
Just trust. That's a good way to end, buddy. Go Vols.
Go Vols, baby.